Hello everybody. Today we're going to be going over a couple little things, mainly a little gap transfer combo that I have been doing recently, and I'll give credit to the guy who inspired it. On Instagram I saw him do it. Yeah, so what's going on? The first thing I like to go over, if you watched my video from a week or two ago about springs, which is when you wrap the bead around your finger. Whoopsie. You wrap your bead around your finger from mid grip to like top grip or whatever, your index finger, and then you go from there and you flick the bead over. I just want to go over that. I've been practicing and realized that you can do it without stopping the bead in motion. So if I could show you, you can just sort of continually do the spring like that instead of stopping and then flicking it. And kind of adds to the flow a little bit. You know, if you stop and do it, it's a little bit more relaxed. Like, whereas if you just let it go like that, it's a bit more flowy, I guess. Anyway, so I figured I've been doing that a lot. I figured I'd tell you guys that. Add a little bit more, like another challenge to the spring. Now, the gap transfer combo that I've been doing a bunch, I'm gonna call pianoing, because when you do a hand stretch called pianoing, you touch your fingers to your thumb one at a time, back and forth. And the gap transfer combo that I've been doing looks like sort of like that. Oh my god. Yeah, like that. You can go down to the pinky too, but sometimes it's a little bit difficult. Oops, that was totally out of frame. Yeah, so for this combo, I'm gonna call it the pianoing combo, but I mean, know that any names I give to my trickster combos, they're not official, you know. This is a fairly new toy to like be naming stuff, so we can come up with names over the course of time, but I'm just gonna call the combo the piano combo, just so you know, makes it more fun to learn. Anyway, so in order to do this combo, you need to be able to do a couple gap transfers. So if you watch my first gap transfer video, I show you this thumb and index gap transfer, and also thumb and middle finger gap transfer, which actually switches grips too. So if you can do these two on their own, and I think even in that video I went over chaining them together. If you could do these two, then you should start by chaining them together. And then you can even do a little combo here where you do this one, and then index roll back up to the grip to do that gap transfer. So that's actually, I'll show you this combo. I recommend learning this combo first. Just do a because what's nice about the piano combo is that it can bring you into ladders and stuff. So this kind of gets you, you can learn it piece by piece. So I'll show you the first piece. Index roll, gap transfer on the thumb, and then when you do this gap transfer, once you get the beads around and they switch out, right? You want to immediately pinch back the string or the bead, right? And then once you're here, it makes it easy to switch fingers to get right into the second gap transfer as the bead is swinging back up around. So gap transfer, and then as the bead is up in the air, switch fingers, and then you're primed for your next gap transfer. You can even practice that just by holding the bead like this, and as you swing it up, switch fingers. So like that. I know it doesn't look like I'm doing much there, but the idea is to get from here to there, from here to there. And then once you do that, you're back in top grip, so you can just do an index roll up top, and then bam, bam, whoops. Okay. My goodness. And that's the first part. The second part, you're going to extend it. So you do gap transfer, and then when this is swinging upward, you want to switch, because your index finger is going to be out. You're not actually going to hold it like this. You're going to be holding it like this. So once this is swinging upward, it's easy to shift fingers between your middle finger and ring finger. So from here you shift from this to this as the bead is flying upward, and you'll be able to perform that gap transfer. Whoops. Like this. Like this. There you go. So, right, I hope I'll go over it more explicitly again. You're pinching the string or the beads, whichever you catch, between your fingers, and keeping all your fingers outstretched, right? And as the bead is swinging upward, you're switching fingers between the gap transfers. And so the first combo part you can practice, right, is the index roll, thumb, ring. Now the next part you can do is thumb, ring, or rather thumb, middle, ring, middle roll, index roll, thumb, middle, ring, and so on. That's the second part, right? We're adding onto the combo as we go. And then the final part, which is difficult, is using your pinky and thumb to do a gap transfer. And what's difficult about that is, if you can see, this is as high as I can bring up my ring finger while holding the pinky bead like that. So I'm gonna try and do that for you now, because I can get it sometimes. Oops. But it's the same concept. Switching fingers as you're gap transferring, right? I just bumped my ring finger. You can see it doesn't go out very far. Anyway, I'll do it. It's kind of sloppy for you here. Once this happens, then you can continue the combo. Whoopsie. Once you do this, all right, once you do this, you're going to land in a low grip, and then you can continue the flow up. Okay, I'm actually going to land this one for you guys. If not, I'm going to crop in another one, or actually do it. You saw it. It happened. Alrighty, so this is called pianoing. I'm going to call it pianoing when you do those gap transfers in a row. Whoops. Yep. So that's it for this one, guys. Hope you learned something. If you didn't, tell me you didn't. If there's anything you want me to go over in any recent or any new tutorials, just let me know in the comments. If you want me to look at any videos of you trying any tricks, you can send me them and I will try to give you pointers. And with that, happy practicing, guys, and see you later.